My name's Alex Lawson. I'm 18 years old. I've always had that desire to try to understand God from even from the depth of an atheist perspective. How can God be real with all these different perspectives? And I would try to put myself in a position where I wasn't born in the faith. Okay, let's say I wasn't born into the faith. This isn't something I'm forced to do, but I actually genuinely want to know God for who he is, not because I was raised in it, because I had a lot of friends who didn't know Christ, who didn't know God, and I saw the hurt that kind of was in their heart because they didn't have God, and I wanted to share that. I had a passion of God can heal whatever you're missing in your life. The answers are not in alcohol, drugs, whatever people my age were doing. I'm that's not where true happiness is found. It's found through Christ. I was going to the gym after school. I went to Planet Fitness right next to Foothill Technology High School. And there was this guy that I kept seeing it was every Tuesday. So I kept seeing this guy at the gym, and he was a really cool guy. He would come up to me hey, dude, you should check out this youth group today. No pressure, it's a really cool group. I think you'd like it. And I would talk to him about God before that, and then he invited me to the youth group. And so for 3 weeks in a row, I kept seeing him. He kept briefly inviting me, and I had this pull. I'm I do not want to go to this youth group. I have no idea what this is. But he's asked me 3 times, and he's so nice. I just gotta go. And this was Noah Nugent. I was all right, I'm just gonna send it. I'm gonna go. And so I ended up going, and it's unexplainable what happened that one Tuesday night that I went. It was so powerful. And I just see these people my age, high schoolers, middle schoolers, whatever, they're just all lifting their hands up. And I was really confused. I had never seen that before, where people were genuinely kind of leaving everything at the front. And I hadn't experienced that before. And I'm I don't want to be the oddball out, which is crazy to say for worship. So I'm gonna lift my hands up. I was just kind of having a moment where God was just taking these burdens that I've been carrying in this moment of surrenderance. And I just started I hadn't cried for 3 years, and I just cried. And it was necessary cries. I was holding so much in, and then I just cried with so much joy that the Lord was just taking all these burdens that I've been holding, trying to do things on my own. He took them away, and it was just a moment of surrender, and it was beautiful, and it was such a great experience. And then after that, I had met all of these people doing the Bible college, and I looked at all these guys, and I'm these are guys that I want to become like. These are guys that are truly following the Lord. You can see the fruit in just the way they talk, the way they act, and their lives. And I'm and this youth group, the day I went, was the first youth group where he talked about the Bible college. I talked to Pastor Vlad for a couple hours, and I was wow, this guy's amazing. Everybody here is awesome. This community is something I haven't seen before. And I'm what does God want to do with me? And then I decided, I'm okay, this is totally this is something I want to do for the Lord. And nobody pushed me. This is something I knew I was called to do. Growing up, I was baptized as an infant, but before I fully submitted to Christ, people knew me as someone who wasn't a follower of Christ. They didn't see me as that. And so when I saw the opportunity to be baptized and I read it in the Bible, I'm okay, baptism is something that's a choice. And I was choosing to fully dedicate my life to the Lord. It was a moment of just confirming that my old life is so dead and so far from me, and this new life that Christ has brought before me is what's going to continue to flourish. And it was a moment of so much joy. I just shared my testimony of how I was, not chasing the approval of people anymore, but chasing God's approval. And it was a moment of just, okay, I'm fully committed. I was already following God, but now this is the mark. There's no going back. I'm pursuing the Lord even more. And it was such a beautiful moment. And then after I went outside, I had someone pray for me. And it was it was crazy. And then it started hailing as soon as we went outside. I'm what the heck? I'm it was crazy. This church, you see the fruit that comes out of this church. And I saw the fruit of the people within the church. And I said, this is something that I want to develop into and be amongst the people who are willing to sacrifice everything in this season and do it together as a community. And so I'm just asking the Lord, what do you want me to do now? It's an everyday, constant thing where today, what's the mission today, Lord? What do I do for you today? How can I represent you? I want people to look at my life, to meet me and say, wow, I can see Jesus in you. I can see Jesus is totally evident in your life. That's my one goal, is someone to look at my life and say, wow, there's something different about his life. And it's because I've accepted God to lead my life, not me lead my own life. I'm from California Coast Bible College, and I believe that the Lord's going to do something so great this year. I'm just ready to pursue the Lord with more than all of my heart, but just everything in all aspects of my life.